This is my fourth time back, so I enjoy coming back because it's always such a positive energy in the room, and it's always lovely being around Dymphna. I wouldn't admit to being around Ian because he might get a big head. No, I always learn something new. I find that coming back inspires me again each time. And also, you're at a different stage of, I think the first time you come, you're really interested in the trust structures and getting yourself set up correctly and where you might first head. And then, down the track, you're at a different stage. And we're, for instance, looking, super was something I really wanted to hone in on today and understand more about that. So, there's always something that you can learn, something new that you can learn. I started out really with my husband sending me on one of Dymphna's courses, and then I kind of got the bug and took over from there. So I was very anti investing in property because I just always saw it as such a high risk, and I didn't really have control. I guess what I didn't understand is there's ways that you can minimise risk, and one of those ways is to get education. So at the beginning it was him sending me to the course, and then he couldn't stop me, and I kept on going. I kept on going. I actually did my the first deal was I was an ultimate member. I wasn't actually platinum. I am platinum now, but I did do it. So sort of for everyone who is in ultimate, I'd sort of love to say to you that you need to have confidence in yourself, believe in yourself that you can do this. Use the information that you've learnt from this weekend and all the webinars and that we get access to change your life, because that's what it does. The turning point for me, I think, belief was one of them, and fear, I think. So fear in what could happen and what could go wrong, and focusing on that aspect of it, rather than focusing on that you can achieve whatever you put your mind to, and that was a big barrier for me. I think I didn't have enough belief in myself that I could do something, like the development that I did, and it's been a really lovely growth for me to go from being happy with who I am and that, but now being really proud of who I am. So I think the hurdle is getting over fear of failure, fear that everyone's going to laugh at you, and there were a lot of people who said, "What are you doing, you crazy woman?" And I hold nothing against those people, because they didn't see the vision that I had for what you can do. Once you start believing in yourself, you can do anything. You can achieve so much, and that's one of the probably one of the things that I love about having gone down this journey. And it's more than just property education that you get with Dymphna. There's so much about the person and who you can become as a person. And it's that part that I probably love, although it's been so much fun doing property. It's actually who you become, who you can become the best you can be. To keep me going, I think, was to make sure that I had my goals written down. I had to have like a sort of my mission statement. What am I going to achieve? How am I going to do it? And by when am I going to do it? I'm a very, very strong advocate now of writing down your goals. And I actually think about those every day, and in my head I think about what I'm going to achieve, and instead of looking back and wondering what could happen, you look forward and see, what magic can you create in your life. And I think that's key, is to hold on to that, to don't lose focus of where you want to head. I did, and that was really, the letter was really, it was a way of writing down a goal. That was one goal, and there are other goals that I had written down, but the letter, I thought I love the concept of win-win, and it's certainly something, Dymphna says that we should always be striving for when we're trying to do deals with people, is the win-win in terms of that letter that I wrote. It was inspired by me seeing other students' success stories on stage, and the way that they inspired me that maybe I can do that, to just plant that seed. Maybe that could be me up there on that stage. And that's really where that came from. So I wrote the letter, which really had the goal in it that I wanted to be on stage. But at the time, Dymphna didn't know that, but I just presented her with an envelope that was sealed, and I said to her, can you just initial the back of this, so you know that this is the same envelope that I give you in the future, because I'm going to get you to open that at some stage. Now she did that and handed back to me, and I'm sure she probably forgot about it for a while, and it was after she asked me to show the deal that I had done, and came up on stage and talked about it, and after that I pulled out the envelope and I said, oh, well, you can open this now. And she jumped up and down and got excited, and she opened it. She said, oh, I'm going to get you to read that to everyone. So and in it basically said, you tell us that we should write our goals. I see you as such a person that I look towards as a mentor, and someone who I can really learn from, and I really appreciate that. And I put in the goal that within 4 years I want to be showcasing what my husband and I have done in property, and it was actually a year to the day that she opened that letter. So I'd given myself a good buffer, obviously. So it was an amazing feeling. It was very powerful. Wow, look what you've done. Look what you've achieved. It's it's exceptionally. I'm even getting a bit teary now. It moves you. It changes you as a person, and it's a wonderful thing. When people come and are concerned, or like me, think Dymphna was a fraud, and just out to rip me off, which we're here, we're trying to protect ourselves, and we don't want to seem like fools, and it is a step that sometimes you have to take a leap in life, and you have to trust, and I would say to them that you go and you will spend time at school, and you'll spend time at universities, and you get an education there. You don't doubt the ability of the educator to educate you in becoming something, or being trained at something. And having been through this training here, I would say it's the same thing. It takes you know, it takes training to be able to do, you know, deals like this. But it's amazing how quickly you can get that training.